What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Attack on Titan Season 4. We're going to do an Episode 5 preview slash festival discussion slash what we've learned in the first 4 episodes. Kind of just do a quick recap expectations. Not going to be a crazy long video if I don't ramble too much. So we're going to watch this preview. The only reason I'm going to watch it is because I hear it literally shows nothing that we didn't quite already see. And because we don't have an episode until next week. And I've been getting a lot of chatter that next week is one of those episodes. You know those anime episodes that come out and just like shut Twitter down? Like just random Demon Slayer episodes and recently we've got like My Hero episodes and things like that. I've heard next week's Attack on Titan episode is going to be like that. So I want to try to prepare for it, recap what we've learned through these first 4 episodes and what's going to be coming in the future here shortly. And we'll go from there. So I don't think this is even too long. It's not even 20 seconds. So let's go ahead and see what it's about, and we'll go from there. We're pressing play on it right now.
暗い地下室でエレンと対峙するライナー。ビリーの演説に人々が困惑する中、エレンは告げる。俺はお前と同じだよと。次回、宣戦布告。
Declaration of war. So here's where I'm at with this. So this is probably the first thing I want to talk about here. Let me get this off the screen so we don't get copyrighted here. Come on. Let me actually mute this too. Let that play a little bit more. Okay, we'll pause that because I don't want to get copyrighted or anything too crazy like that. Let's pause it on the to be continued. Boom. Okay. So pretty much the biggest question mark I have. I mean, I'm personally, I have a terrible feeling about this festival. I think it's going to be a complete massacre. I think it's going to be like a complete ethnic cleansing. I think anybody that's an Eldian will probably get deleted. Everybody. Women, children, old, young, helpful, not helpful. I think even the Titans as well. Now, you kind of got to get into the logistics of how that would be possible when you have all those Titan shifters right there, but we've never seen the Warhammer in action, and also we don't know what the Tyburs or Willie himself has set up. I also don't think Willie is the Warhammer. I think it would just be too obvious if it was. Why like tease it of like which one is it if it's just going to end up being him? I have a feeling it's going to be that really old woman we saw or the younger age woman we saw last episode. But it basically comes down to this is going to be the determining factor of how bad of a massacre this turns into. Have Eren in the Paradise, squad, do they have any knowledge of the Tyburs, of Willie, at all? And how have they communicated? If they have communicated, and if they are in sync, working together, whatever, you could just end the story right now. You could literally end the story right now because there's not going to be anything that I think the current Eldians can do. And that's what sucks is like no one's coming to the Eldians' rescue because as we've heard Willie say, he holds the hands on the steering wheel of the country for Marley. And the way he kind of walks around him, the way people kind of like admire him and love him and talk about him, he kind of runs the whole known world that we know of. All the continents would kind of bow to him, listen to him. So that's question number 1. Are the Tyburs and the Eldians of Paradise, Eren, Levi, Hanji, Mikasa, etc., are they working together with Willie? Because if they are, the story's going to be over because there's going to be nothing that can protect the Eldians at all. If they're acting separate, which I think is probably going to be the case because it just opens up so much, Does Aaron see that? Does Aaron and his group see that as an opportunity to take advantage and just stomp out Marley and, all in one go? Or does it turn out to be like, do the Tybers, they're both planning their whatever they're planning at the festival. I think Aaron's group is planning to do the same thing that Reiner and them did. Just show up, turn into Titans, and start fucking shit up. I'm sure it's a little more coordinated than that, and maybe we'll hear kind of, the deep down and specifics of what they really want to accomplish with that. Do they want to wipe out all Marleyans? Do they want to wipe out all the Marleyans and Eldians? Do they not care about women and children who they take out? What's your goal here? To capture another Titan Shifter? To capture all of them? To have this just be day zero and we just eradicate everything on that continent? How much is too much or is not enough? Because like we heard Aaron say, we haven't caught up with Aaron in 4 years. He's been talking in riddles and sayings and all this stuff here. But at the end of season 3, we heard him say, like, what brings Aaron peace? What's going to bring everybody on Paradise peace and freedom? If they go across and just kill the other Titans? If they go across and kill the Marleyans? What if they go over there and kill everybody? Will they finally be free? Like, will that bring him freedom in here and in here? Is that what he wants to become? Does he want to become what Bertholdt and Reiner did? I don't know. So, if I had to make a prediction, I have a feeling like the Tybers are going to announce this wild shit. And I think he wants to take out all the Eldians in one smooth, like he just wants to get rid of them. My question is, what about the other Titan Shifters? I don't know, again, we don't know the plans that they have in place of what they might threaten or do, capture families, all that kind of stuff to where, Reiner and Zeke and Peak and the others, even if they transform, like what are you going to do when they're over here like marching down your family? It's like if you take action, they're going to kill them anyway. So it's like, what can you do? So if the Tybers act and they just get like really, like, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, just savage with it, start just mass killing Eldians, by the slaughter, just taking them out, and Aaron and everybody's there and they kind of see that, it then becomes, what decision does the Paradis group make? Do you capitalize on this and just, get involved in the commotion and start killing whoever you can kill? Is that what Aaron and the others have become? Just kill and kill until we're free? Or will Aaron and the others kind of have a change of heart, like, this isn't right, this isn't what we're here for, they're not the real enemy, they are also us. It's our job to protect them. And then we get Aaron working with Reiner, working with Zeke, and then the real enemy becomes the Tybers. And Marleyans are already, their enemies, but maybe it becomes everybody versus the Tybers, the Warhammer, and whatever kind of artillery nations they've got set up. I think the story might go that direction, because if it doesn't, and they take advantage of the commotion and all that kind of stuff, I just don't see how anybody really survives. Because then it becomes, well, what's the play after that? The Tybers kind of got what they wanted, and just kind of getting rid of the Eldians. The Aaron and the others got to take advantage of the chaos and eliminate. Maybe they get their hands on Reiner and can get rid of him, or they get rid of some of the others. And they wipe out a lot of Marleyans in the same time. Then, like, do they retreat and go back? Because then what's the plan after that? Because if they didn't know about the Warhammer, and he starts going crazy, he or she starts going crazy, and they, like, retreat and escape, and they go back and they start asking questions like, well, what do we do about him? Why was he killing his own, like, why were they taking out their own people? What does that mean? What does that mean for us? What do we do? So it basically becomes like my enemy, like your enemy is my enemy is now my friend type shit, or however that saying goes. I feel like Aaron and Reiner, and I'm speaking about, when I speak about Reiner, I speak about all the Eldians and the Titan Shifters, because the story has been following him, so I put all the other Titan Shifters under him, and when I speak about Aaron, I speak about everybody on Paradis, Armin, etc., etc. So does it become that Aaron and Reiner have a common enemy, which is now the Tybers and the Warhammer and the rest of the countries that want to get rid of them. Because, like, if they do that there, you know they're going to then come to the island and take care of you as well, right? Like, they're not just going to stop there. They're going to come back and do the same to you. Again, I don't know what preparation they have on the island. It could be completely militarized and, like, good luck getting through. I doubt it. Especially with kind of the machinery we've seen. But, you know, I think Mikasa and I think everybody's been walking around just in disguise. So they could be, who knows what they've been working, who they've been working around, working on, seeing pieces of technology, artillery, weapons that they could have, you know, fortified back at home. But it comes down to, and then the bigger question, besides, you know, what Eren wants, what the Tybers want, who's going to team up with who's going to fight back, who's going to allow what to happen, why, and this scales way, 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 way back. The Tybers are in control. If they wanted to, it looks like they could rule the entire world. They already rule the strongest nation. The nation that subjugates your own people, your own Titan shifters. You are Eldian. Your relatives are Eldian. I don't know if those are your cousins or some of them your kids, your parents. You guys are all Eldian. Why are you allowing this almost mass genocide of your people? And then, because then it scales back to the original. We haven't gotten a clear answer on what originally happened, on how and why humans were able to defeat, I guess, 8 Titan shifters, because it seems, you know, the Warhammer sided with humans. But did the other Titans not help? Who were they all fighting against originally? Because we've seen, you know, it's been said that the Warhammer helped, you know, defeat the Titans, from the Titans taking over, all that kind of stuff. So then from the beginning, was it just him? Did none of the other Titan shifters help? And if they did, and if not, etc., etc., how was just one Warhammer Titan and a bunch of humans able to subdue and take over all these other Titan shifters? We still haven't gotten clarification. That's where the truth is kind of like, who are we choosing to believe? What truly, truly happened? Regardless of what happened, who sided with who took over who allowed what, how it happened, we're presently here. The Tybers seem to be the most powerful people, family in the entire world. Now, why are you allowing this to happen to your people? Is it because you feel bad for what your people did to regular humans originally? Okay, but it doesn't have to be traded with, okay, you can do this. Like, there has to be some kind of, you know, I thought the sacrifice was turning on your own people originally. Why are you now letting them go through this? What has it been going on for over 100 years? He could have easily stopped it. Regardless, we're here now. Why does he want to get rid of his people so much? Because even if he kills the other Titan shifters, does he want to luck into the chance that, like, some of the other Titan shifters get reborn into the Tiber family? There's still tons, hundreds, if not thousands, I don't even know how many, Eldians on Paradis. All the Titan shifters could get reincarnated over there. Then you don't know who's what. You'd have to go over there and stomp it out immediately. That's what, like, I don't know if that's the big grand plan. They just want to kill everybody down to the last child so that maybe all the Titan shifters get reincarnated into their family and they just control it all. I have no idea. But it's going to come down to choice. Everything always comes down to choice. If the Tybers festival plan is not in coordination with Eren and the Paradis plan, Tybers are going on a massacre. Eren and them were planning to go on a massacre. If one strikes before the other, X, Y, Z, doesn't matter. But if they're not in coordination, and Eren's group has no idea who the Tybers are, what they do, what they mean, what they control, when shit pops off, what will the choice be? Are you still going to execute your plan? Are you going to feel some kind of need to defend or protect? Will you team up with Reiner and Zeke and others? Or will you just let shit happen and take advantage of the scenario? I don't know. I feel like classic anime would be the enemies team up to fight one common threat. But maybe it doesn't go that way. I could see us losing a lot of people. I don't think anybody's really safe. None of the time. I don't think Reiner, Peak, Mr. What's his name? Giardo, Zeke, any of them. I don't think any of them are safe. I think they could all die. Maybe minus Reiner, because I feel like we've been following him so much. I feel like his story isn't over. Maybe, but you could also say he's gotten so much screen time. What else is there to show of his story? I feel like he might be the only one of the Marleyan shifters that could be, unkillable in the festival. I could see all the kids dying, whether that's by Eren's group's hand, Tiber's hand, all the kids meaning like the warriors in training, the Sophia, the Gabby, the Falco, I forget the other kid's name. I could see them all dying. Maybe minus Falco, because we've been building him a little bit. I could definitely see Gabby dying. And then what that does to... I definitely could see a majority of the kids dying. Maybe only Falco and Reiner seem to be about the only two that probably won't die. Everybody else could be up for death. Zeke, all of them. And what that would do to what is basically non-existent of Reiner's mental it'd be catastrophic. He could easily be swayed in any direction after that, and I don't know what direction that would be. Maybe Zeke is unkillable too, because I feel like there's a lot of unknown of like what his true motives are, why he refuses to tell Marleyans that he does have royal blood in him, and I feel like his story is also unfinished. But long story short, episode 5, I mean, if it's not in episode 5, whenever this festival starts, peaks, and concludes, whether that's all in episode 5 or whether it spills in episode 6, episode 7, this festival just feels like it's going to just be a mass execution. The way Willie was talking about how the other countries are, it's these Eldians do present a problem, and he's been giving this Eldian problem some thought. What other thought is there? You just get rid of them. Like, there's no, that would be getting rid of the Eldian problem, getting rid of the Eldians. The way he's speaking, I don't think he's the Warhammer, though. Eren and them executing their plan at the same time. It's going to be real interesting to see. And then we've been talking about, what do Reiner and Zeke do when they see their people getting slaughtered, possibly their family members? What does Eren do when he sees, just Eldians getting mass slaughtered by people that hate them? We haven't talked about what do the Tybers do if they see Eren pop up and all these people from Paradis, and they see Armin hit his nuke button? Does the Warhammer and Willie see that as an opportunity to, kill two birds with one stone? Let's take their ass out too? Is going to be something they weren't expecting. They got to kind of retreat and fall back. It'll be real interesting to see kind of everybody's reaction, like when Eren and Armin, especially Armin, because some of their mentals are kind of like, they're not down with that like mass just slaughtering. What do they think if they see the Warhammer and the others going crazy killing? How does that affect Willie's decision when he sees, we have all the Titan shifters right here. We could, collect all our chips right here. I don't know. It's going to be absolutely crazy, but we'll kind of leave it there. I don't want this to string too long. They're going to have a common enemy, because I don't think this is going to be some kind of Eldian uprising where Willie lures everybody in, all these other nations, and then it's like, whoever the Warhammer is, she transforms, he's like, this is for Eldia, and they just start killing all the Marleyans and other country members. I don't think that's going to happen. Because if that was the case, the Eldians would just reign supreme, and that would be the end of it, So I don't think it's going that way. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of killing. A lot of people are going to die. The warrior trainees are going to die. Some of the Titan shifters are probably going to die. And people are going to have to make decisions, especially the Paradis group. If they see this mass murdering going on, what do they decide to do? How does Willie react? What does Reiner decide to do? And it's going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute mess, and there's going to be so much death, and we'll see who makes it out on the other side. We will see who makes it out on the other side. We'll see if even some of the Paradis Eldians decide to, try to save some of the mainland Eldians and sacrifice their lives for them. We'll see. We'll leave it there. I appreciate it, everybody. This will go up on Monday. Everybody will see it. Patreon members, since we didn't have a full-length Attack on Titan reaction to give you guys, I'm going to have Death Note episode 18 up for you guys tomorrow at noon. And then everybody on YouTube will get that on Wednesday, and then we'll keep it up going from there. We're on Avatar episode 10 on Patreon. We're starting book 3 on YouTube. Death Note, we're getting into episode 18, 19 this week as well, and then we'll be here next Sunday for the mass slaughtering of the festival, and we'll see how it goes. Appreciate it. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, as always.